And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
To the air with McCarthy. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Here's McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete.
And that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down for a minute and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away.
And that's what friends are for.
As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turned it over there. That's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not much here as he'll get it to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line. Bringing him down there, Jonathan Allen.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
From the gun on third down, Presley. He finds Taylor, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 35. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Presley. Quick slant caught by Kirk. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. From the gun on third down. Presley. And it's not going to be enough here. A gain of 4, about 2 feet short of the marker, 4th down. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to make it 4th down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the second quarter, 14-7. On 4th down, on his groupie to try the field goal. And this one is right through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the points on the board than to worry about any type of a gamble.
And he's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, whatever the relationship was between the special teams and the offense, it's gotten a heck of a lot closer after a return like that. The special teams just keep setting them up. The offense thinks they'll go out there and knock them down.
Finds his man. There's Jordan Addison. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A big play that time on the catch and run. 36 yards.
First and goal at the 1-yard line.
Throwing is McCarthy. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones with an amazing diving catch. And the Vikings have got it back to within a score. Point after try forthcoming. And this is up and good to make it a 17-14 game.
Makes the score Jets 17. Vikings 14.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. Oh, and a nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it.
Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And a completion to Wilson. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. A short one to the tight end, Troutman. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Back to throw again. He'll get that one to Taylor complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
On the go. Come on. Set.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Operating from the gun, Presley to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your...
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Jonathan Grenard in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bradley Pinion set to kick off.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
Well, that return had all the trappings of really good scouting. You could tell that they thought they saw something on tape that they could take advantage of, and they dialed it up at just the right time to give them a great return.
McCarthy, he'll set to throw. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide, and these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
So not quite a first down just yet as they come up on second and less than a yard.
19 Tiger.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. He'll find Jones again. Complete. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Gain of 6. And the Vikings first down.
Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. T.J. Hockenson, 37 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side trying to match each other.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
It's a gain of 10. And
back to throw. Presley. Now he's going to step up and run. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
That's another Jets first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw here on first down. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. First down.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 69 yards rushing for him now to this point.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Touchdown! Arian Smith, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets have retaken a third quarter lead. The point after, good by Grupe. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 and the 24-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes that? Or maybe it puts it on one side and keeps it there. When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete to Addison. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 16 more on that one and another first down.
That's another Vikings first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Jones. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time.
Here we go. 19.
Looking to throw. McCarthy. And this is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. There's Hutchinson in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. A great play there. A beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Vikings have answered back with a third-quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field. Breece Hall halfway to 100 now with career touchdown number 50. And the Jets have moved out in front here in the final minute of the third quarter. Grupe able to add the PAT. And that gives him a 3-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
70 Lions.
Now McCarthy. And that's caught inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have retaken the lead. His great season throwing the ball continues. That last touchdown pass, number 40 for him on the year. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And how about that return as he's all the way inside the 20-yard line.
And that's the type of return that puts a tremendous amount of pressure on the defense now. They've got to go out on the field almost like it's a sudden change, almost like it's a turnover. They've got to go out there and try and stop them. But, boy, what a tough spot they're in.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Come on. Set. Ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Presley. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as the tackle made at the 3-yard line.
Well, he does have one touchdown in the game already, and while this one won't go for 6, it's enough to get him 1st and goal. But you and I both know he's going to be a little upset.
And this is going to be caught by Smith for a Jet touchdown. Arian Smith with now his 2nd touchdown of this 3rd quarter. And the Jets have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the 3rd quarter. Groupie for the extra point. And that one gives them a 3-point lead.
Makes the score Jets 38, Vikings 35.
Following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
79 Broncos. Viking 18.
McCarthy operating from the gun. And he's got this to Jefferson. There he goes again. Touchdown, Vikings. Justin Jefferson, 78 yards. And the Vikings use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th. Extra point splits the uprights. And that will make this a 4-point game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings booming away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here.
Okay, ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Here we go.
We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. 80 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Back to throw now on 1st down. It's caught, Smith. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. Just need a yard here, 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort. A Jet 1st down, 18 big yards that time.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Back to throw. Presley. That is incomplete.
right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On the go.
Now a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Presley throwing quickly to Wilson. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
What an excellent defensive stand there in the red zone. Nice tight coverage. They certainly recognized how important it was to bring up 4th down here.
One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go with the keeper. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
I think in this situation, all you want to do is make sure your guys are set up front. No one jumps, no penalties. Sometimes you don't even call cadence, just go and pick it up.
Yeah, because it's on them. I mean, the quarterback's job's pretty easy there.
It really is. You talk about inches, just go get it.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Ready?
Brings up 2nd and 10.
70. Ready? Cooking my team.
Back to throw. Presley throwing over, and it's Taylor on the out route that completes it. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
It's a gain of 16 yards.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed, too.
Got a man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jets. Mason Taylor, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jets answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Point after, good by Grupe. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in the tight one. And that, nearly picked off. Well, it would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down. To the air with McCarthy. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
19 Tiger. 19 tight. 19 tight.
Here's McCarthy. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Going for it. Here's McCarthy. And it's incomplete. They could not convert, and they turn it over. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Throwing to start the drive. Presley. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it'll be second down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 19. Panther 50. Panther 50.
Looking to throw. Presley. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
60 Vikings. 60 Vikings.
Operating from the gun. Presley. And check down, complete to Hall. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Here's 2nd and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. He's got Smith here. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll run with Hall. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Operating from the gun, Presley. And he's got it. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts, as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
And this is caught, and that could seal it. It's a touchdown. Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up, because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And they nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Throwing is McCarthy. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Let's go now. Go.
Looking to throw McCarthy. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
That was what they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Cowboy 80. Mustang 19.
Working out of the gun is McCarthy. That's caught by Addison. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
13 yards on the play. And the Vikings
from the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that, nearly picked off. It would have been a great time for their first interception of the game. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
That's caught inside the 20. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So here we go, 45 ticks to play, and it's all going to come down to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. They'll set up the screen for Hall. And he will have a Jets first down, and that should just about do it. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
A gain of 16 yards. First down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Presley. This pass out wide to Hall. Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And, Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we